Majority Leader.
The Senate continues to press forward, confirming President Trump's outstanding nominations to the federal courts. Already this week, we've confirmed 2 smart, strong, and talented women to serve on our nation's circuit courts. Today, we'll consider 2 more well-qualified nominees, Allison and Stephanos Bibas. First, we'll confirm Allison, whom the President has nominated to serve on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 10th Circuit. Justice has some big shoes to fill in taking that seat. It became vacant when Neil Gorsuch ascended to the Supreme Court. It's a hard act to follow, and yet I have every confidence she will excel in the role. You see, nominees like Justice and Professor Bibas are more than just the sum of their credentials, though theirs are indeed impressive. And I'll expand on those credentials in just a moment. Nominees like this also believe, like Justice Gorsuch, that the role of a judge is to apply the law equally to everyone and to do so as the law is actually written, not as they wish it might be. As Justice Gorsuch said, a judge who likes every outcome he reaches is very likely a bad judge, stretching for results he prefers rather than those the law demands. Or put a different way, I don't think there are red judges, I don't think there are blue judges, all judges wear black. That's the view of Neil Gorsuch. That's the view of Allison and Stephanos Bibas. This is just the kind of fair-minded judge you want serving on the bench, and just the kind of fair-minded judge we are confirming this week, including the exceptional nominees before us. Allison graduated from the University of Chicago Law School with high honors. She earned the opportunity to clerk for Fifth Circuit Judge Jerry E. Smith and then for Justice Clarence Thomas before joining the faculty of the University of Colorado School of Law, where she served as professor for our colleague, Senator Gardner. When he introduced his former professor before the Judiciary Committee, Senator Gardner noted how much she cared about robust debates and hearing the views of others. Justice he said, was open to their views, engaging with them, and was never biased against different perspectives. Later, Justice was appointed to serve as Colorado Solicitor General, and then in 2006 to the Colorado Supreme Court. 2 years later, 75% of Coloradans voted to retain her. Her time on the state's high court has been marked by clear and precise writing and judicial independence. One of Justice Ide's former clerks wrote a column in the Denver Post in support of her nomination. As a jurist, this clerk wrote, Ide commits her full mental energy and attention to each case, carefully mastering every legal and factual detail in order to conduct a rigorous analysis dictated ultimately by the law. In addition, this former clerk added a personal touch to Justice Ide's incredible resume. For women striving to achieve that elusive balance between family life and a successful career, it can be hard to find strong role models, but Colorado's Allison is a shining example. Justice Ide is clearly well qualified for the position to which she's been nominated. She's just the kind of fair-minded judge people would want hearing their case. I look forward to supporting her nomination today, and I ask each of my colleagues to join me in confirming the nomination of this extremely well-qualified jurist. I would ask them to join me in supporting Professor Bibas, too. Professor Bibas has served as an assistant U.S. attorney. He has experience in private practice. He has clerked for a circuit court judge and for Supreme Court Justice Anthony Kennedy. Today, he's a professor at the University of Pennsylvania School of Law, where, according to former dean of students, he enjoys the give and take of discussion and is very fair, considerate, and encouraging. Moreover, as a bipartisan group of more than 100 law professors put it in a letter to the Judiciary Committee, Professor Bibas' fair-mindedness, conscientiousness, and personal integrity are beyond question, and in their view, his judicial temperament will reflect those qualities, and he'll faithfully discharge his duty to apply the law fairly and even-handedly in all manners before him. Professor Bibas also reminded us that he, like Justice Gorsuch and Justice Ide, believe in the fair-minded approach to the law. In his words, people need to know and believe that judges will apply the law impartially and even-handedly to all litigants, regardless of their wealth or power. He's right. Let's join together in supporting him today. I'd like once again to thank Judiciary Committee Chairman Grassley for all this work to bring these impressive nominees to the floor. Together with the President, we'll continue working hard to put judges on the federal courts who will uphold the law as it's written, not as they wish it was.